The city was a serpent of flame, coiling and striking from the Palatine Hill. From the gardens of his villa, high on the Esquiline, Nero watched. His courtiers stood around him, their faces pale with terror and smeared with the soot of a city's demise. They saw ruin. They saw the end of Rome. Nero saw something else. He saw a stage, a canvas of fire and shadow painted on the summer night. The heat on his skin was not a harbinger of doom, but an artist's inspiration. He dismissed his shivering advisors with a wave of his hand and turned to his personal attendants. "My lyre," he commanded, his voice trembling with a different kind of fever. "Bring my lyre, the chorus is ready." The whispers had already started. The fire had begun in the circus district, close to the oil depots, and it had spread with unnatural speed. Some said Nero had ordered it, wanting to clear the city's dense, tangled streets for his new, magnificent palace, the Domus Aurea. His advisors urged him to show public sympathy, to lead the legions in a display of strength and compassion. But Nero was not interested in politics. He was a poet, an actor, a musician, and now he had the greatest stage in the known world. He was living his art, not governing a city. As the sky turned a furious, shifting red, he began to sing. He played his lyre, his voice a soaring, mournful lament for the fall of Troy, his great epic poem, The Sack of Ilium. He sang of heroes and tragedies, of cities reduced to ash by the gods' will. Below him, the real world burned, and real people screamed. A woman's frantic cries for her child, the thunderous crash of a collapsing temple, the roar of a million people in despair to Nero. It was the perfect orchestra for his masterpiece. When the fire finally died down 9 days later, Rome was a smoking skeleton. The people were enraged, homeless, and demanding answers. Nero, however, was already planning. He wanted a new Rome, a city of wide boulevards and marble villas built for him. But he needed a scapegoat. The gods, he knew, would not be enough. He needed a human face for the city's wrath. He turned to his chief minister, Seneca, and smiled a cold, calculating smile. "There is a new sect, a strange and secretive one," he said, the ghost of his poem still in his eyes. "They follow a man named Christ. They hate the gods of Rome and speak of a world to come, and they could be held responsible." Seneca asked, his face a mask of weary dread. "No," Nero said, his voice dropping to a whisper, "but they are easily blamed. And a good story needs a villain." The city lay in ashes, but Nero's story was only just beginning.